Did you bring the documents? Huh. Has Uncle Kolya gotten his Soviet contraption back on the road? Did you find out what he was doing with the records? Quite the homegrown entrepreneur.
Got a Sig? Have you even served in the military?
And here comes the new blood. Those crates right in front of you are for the camp. Whole lot of lugging to do.
I'll go ask Aunt Galia how I can make myself useful.
That's enough idling.
Once upon a time, there lived by the seaside 5 inseparable friends. They would spend whole days out at sea. It was a wonder their parents still recognized them. But one day, a storm, unlike any ever seen, destroyed their little town and carried the children away into the open sea.
I never thought I'd end up on the street. There's even a coziness to this place and its Spartan conditions. A campfire and tents. It's like I'm a kid again. I never thought I'd end up on the street.
This is actually exciting. Something to break the daily tedium.
There's even a coziness to this place and its Spartan conditions.
And only yesterday they dispersed the camp. The important thing is to find common ground.
They were on the verge of drowning, when suddenly there appeared a boat, as white as snow and rescued the children from the rough sea. It was no ordinary boat, but a living thing with a name. A skull-shaped rock stood tall on the tiny island, and under the rock sat a chest full of gold. But as soon as someone reached out to the chest, the lid snapped shut. The chest, too, was a living thing. With promises of carefree future, it convinced one of the children to stay on the island and become a pirate. His friends implored him to continue the journey with them, but to no avail.
I never thought I'd end up on the street.
What lies ahead for us? How are we supposed to maintain hygiene in such conditions?
The other seafarers went on in search of their home, though they had no inkling as to where the tumultuous sea had brought them. The storm had already abated, the sea was calm, and the boat barely made any headway. Finally, an island loomed ahead. As soon as they made landfall and prepared to rest, the island shook, revealing itself to be the back of a whale. The children hurried away. The whale could dive at any moment, pulling them underwater. The boat crossed the sea far and wide, but never brought the children home. The wanderers met no end of misadventures. Once they came across mermaids. One of the children could not resist the charms of their sweet song, and the mermaids carried him away to the depths. However, one victim was not enough for them, and they gave chase. The mermaids grabbed hold of the boat and rocked it, nearly sinking it until
I'd
they
like to
found
at least
themselves
have
below
everyone
the
accommodated
trash.
and fed by nightfall.
The projectiles of teenagers who lived on a nearby island. They were only slightly older than our band of seafarers. The third child stayed.
Good thing I have
behind
another
with
copy at
them.
home,
He was
so I'm not
lured
parting
by
with
the
it.
teenager's promise of complete freedom from parents.
This should be enough to start. We'll bring more later. Got more places to deliver to.
Aisha, still messing around with the kids. Lost all notion of time. I should pick her up.
The boat sailed on into the boundless ocean, carrying the last two children, a brother and sister. Dolphins incessantly pushed them back toward land, but as soon as the boat crossed an invisible boundary, they instead became helpful. And that was how the children reached the continent, where they were welcomed ashore by grown-ups who had lost their own children. They became as one big family to each other and lived happily ever after. I'm finished. How about you? Your place, then? I'll stay at your place for the night, if you don't mind. I'd like to spend the last days of my old life with you. Wish I had your optimism, but where would I get any, with everything going on around us?
I hope I can make it home without being signed up for more volunteer work.
I never thought I'd end up on the street. There's even a coziness to this place and its Spartan conditions.
Permission to speak denied.
Aisya's father took us on a trip once. The 6 of us couldn't fit in the car. Besides the driver and his daughter, the other people were, who was it? We had Chioma, Almaz, Genghis, and me, of course. And Genghis volunteered to ride in the trunk. Aisya's father disagreed adamantly. You know, he found the idea absurd, but as always, Genghis wouldn't give up. In the end, the driver pulled a trick on him. He stopped by the first traffic police post we came across, and he asked them to search the trunk on the pretense of a contraband check. Genghis was scared out of his wits. He spent the rest of the journey lying across our laps. We were headed for the Volga. Almaz was gonna dive underwater, grab Aisya's foot like a sea monster. Ah! He knew she was afraid of the water. One time, he missed. He grabbed my foot instead. I was so startled, I kicked him in the forehead with my heel. It was a great day. You know, the wild, wide river, the few scant clouds in the sky, they looked like little pillow feathers. And then you had the wind. It's like a breath of the future, holding so much promise for us. It was magnificent.